You need to lose what to see. Let's get down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 4 in the minute. Wait a minute. I believe my mic is stuck on, oh no, tomorrow's a workday mode. Let me change my mic to, hooray, today is Blood Bowl mode. There we go, that's a lot better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final game of week number 4 here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy. We got a good one tonight. We got a murdery one tonight. It's going to be Tainted Cocktails versus a Reptile Dysfunction. Malik versus the league champion, Nick Satan. Let's take a look at these standings going into this final game of week 4. As you can see, Tracksuit Mafia sitting pretty in first place, undefeated with a record of 4-0-0. Oh, will someone please knock that team off their pedestal? Think of the children who are they're just gonna want to grow up and be Chaos Beastmen. That's unacceptable. Tonight, it's gonna be Tainted Cocktails versus Reptile Dysfunction, 8th and 6th places respectively. This is a great competition. Everyone's still in it. Everyone's still in it. Both of these teams tonight need a win. They have to get a win tonight if they have any reasonable hope of making the top 4. A Reptile Dysfunction needs to pick up their second win of this Swiss competition. Tainted Cocktails needs to pick up their second win. Let's see how they might do that tonight. First up, Tainted Cocktails, the home team. They're coming in at a TV of 1060, sort of. They're going to be down a player. You can see they're down the number 4 Beastman, Mai Tai. They'll have to pick up either a journeyman or a replacement player. If it's a journeyman or they replace it with a proper Beastman, that'll bring their TV up to 1120. 4 Chaos Warriors, as you have on a low TV Chaos team. Everyone else is a Beastman. Picked up Claw on Bloody Mary, the number 1 Beastman. Picked up Block on Jungle Bird, the Chaos Warrior. 2 very solid pickups. He needs to be trying to collect these mutations. Well, not the mutations, but he's looking for a trifecta of skills with this team. He's looking for Claw, Mighty Blow, and Piling On. He started fresh on this competition in the season with this team. He's trying to work on it. He's got Claw already. He's going to be focusing down that SPP. You can see he's got 4 and 5 on the number 2 and number 3 Beastmen respectively, and start trying to pick up those skills. 3 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 1 Fan Factor, 1 Coach Assistant, 1 Cheerleader. Who's he up against tonight? He's up against Nick Satan's a Reptile Dysfunction. They're coming in with a TV of 1380. They'll have a full 11-player roster and lots of level ups. 6 Sarses on this lizard team. 2 of them have a strength of 5. Oh my goodness. The big guy, the Crocs Pickles, picked up the block skill. David Attenborough picked up an extra strength. He also has the guard skill. Krieger, the number 5 Saurus, has an MA of 7 now. Krista, the other strength 5 Saurus. Delton with Mighty Blow and guard. And 4 Skinks round out the roster, 2 of which are Sneaky Gets. Sneaky Get means that if they take a foul and the foul doesn't break armor, they will not get called off the pitch. So you can bet that a Reptile Dysfunction will be fouling each and every turn if he can at all help it. 1 Cheerleader, 2 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 1 Coach Assistant, and 7 Fan Factor. Let's talk about this matchup. First things first, the Fan Factor. A Reptile Dysfunction has 7, Tainted Cocktails has 1. That means Tainted Cocktails cannot have the fame advantage tonight. The highest they can roll is a total of 7. The lowest a Reptile Dysfunction could roll is an 8, so they will have the fame advantage tonight. The question will be, by how much? Not So Trusty Patches, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So the fame advantage is going to be going to a Reptile Dysfunction for sure. In this matchup, low TV Chaos versus mid TV Lizards. I mean, I got to give it to the Lizards. I mean, regardless of it being coached by the league champion, that matchup is just squarely in the Lizards' favor, but that does not mean that Tainted Cocktails is out of the game. He's got lots of options tonight, and let's talk about those options. So first off, he has a TV of 1120. That means provided he gets a Journeyman or a Beastman to replace Mai Tai, that's going to give him 260,000 gold in petty cash in the inducement phase. That's not a whole lot, but that's plenty to do something with, right? You can always pick up a wizard. A wizard's always a good pickup. What is going to be Tainted Cocktail's strategy going into this matchup, right? He's up against a lot of strength. He's up against a lot of TV. He doesn't have a lot of TV on his own. He doesn't have the strength to match. He does have the Chaos Warriors, but there's 3 strength 5 players on his opponent's team. What does he do? Well, he has options. The first thing he can do is, you can see he has the 3 team rerolls. His opponent only has 2. That's a big, big difference. He could play reroll management. He could try to just take a step back and force a Reptile Dysfunkshun to take the risks and burn those TRRs early. If he can do that, then he can start applying the pressure and start taking his own risks with his own TRRs and try to gain momentum. That's an option. Another option is the standard option against lizards. You can try to hunt those skinks. There are 4 to hunt down. Both sneaky gets are going to be on the pitch. You do have to be careful of that. But if he can go after those skinks with that AV of 7, if he can take all 4 off the pitch, then a Reptile Dysfunkshun has nobody left to handle this ball. That's an option as well. I don't think that's going to be the play tonight, however. I don't think Nick Satan's going to allow those skinks to just be thrown forward and blocked down. But it is an option. If you can take a block on a skink, why not? Then he has the inducements. He could take a wizard. He could take a bribe. So he's up against 2 sneaky gets on the opposing team. Malik might say, you know what, if you're going to foul me, I'm going to foul you. I'll take a bribe. And he could try to play the foul game as well. That's an option. Of course, he could always pick up a wizard. If he picks up a wizard, he needs to keep it in his back pocket. He needs to hold on to that as a threat. This goes for anything, of course, but it needs to be said with a wizard. A wizard in your pocket is, having a wizard available to cast a spell is often more powerful than having spent it already, right? Once you've spent it, there's no more mystery, there's no more fear. Whatever the outcome was, the outcome was. But if you hold on to that wizard, now Nick Satan has to play differently. He has to be careful of caging up his Sauruses. He has to be careful of his skinks. If Malik picks up a wizard, and I don't see why not, honestly, he needs to hold on to it as a threat and only spend it when he knows he can capitalize. So he needs to be careful. He can't just burn it on the first, 5-man cage that he sees, especially if it's all Sauruses on the corners, right? Because maybe you knock them down, but you're probably not breaking armor. And also needs to be aware that he has the Lightning Bolt too. The Lightning Bolt is a great spell as well. Fireball is great for knocking out a lot of players. Lightning Bolt is great for definitely knocking down someone. But if he picks up a wizard tonight, then he can force Nick Satan to play differently. And I think that's what Malik has to do tonight. I think Nick Satan on the matchup, it's totally in his favor. But I think Malik, the momentum is in his hands. He will decide how both these teams are going to play tonight. He's going to decide how a Reptile Dysfunkshun plays. He's going to decide how he's going to defend. Otherwise, his final option is to just play solid Blood Bowl. It's to back off. He says, you know what? You have so much strength. I'm not touching that. On defense, I'm going to back off. I'm going to force you to blitz. That's going to be your 1 block you get each turn. On defense, or on offense rather, I'm going to cage up. I'm going to blitz to open up a hole. I'm going to find a hole. I'm going to move my cage down it just a few squares at a time. That's his other option. That's a more difficult option, but if he wants to play with reroll management, that might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. He can take a step back and say, hey, spend your rerolls. You come after me. So he has the momentum. He has the options. And if he can take advantage of that, he can absolutely win this game tonight. Both teams, of course, looking for a win tonight. There's only 1 week left in Swiss before they cut the top 4. Whichever team doesn't win tonight, probably not going to make the top 4. So both teams desperately looking for that win. We'll see if both coaches are ready to go. Looks like they're both in Discord, and we'll get this final game of week. I was going to say week score. That's not right. Week 4. Week 4 underway. Cleffy says, this solid Blood Bowl thing sounds boring. Where are my fouls? Where are my kills? Not so trusty Batches says, Lightning Bolt is great for rolling a 1. SP Beaver says it's up there with the GFI. GFIs fail 900% of the time. It is fact. It is it's probability. Go to school, look it up. They teach you. They teach you in high school. Probability, the first thing they teach you. GFIs fail 900% of the time. So both coaches probably in the inducement phase right now. We'll take a look at the standings one more time while we wait. Again, Tracksuit Mafia guaranteed a place in the cut to top 4. Everyone else is going to be duking it out in week 5. What a competition this has been. Everyone has picked up a win in Swiss. There's 1 week of Swiss left. The top 4 teams will advance to the semifinals of the Spike Magazine Trophy. It's a single elimination bracket. The finals, both teams in the finals will gain an invitation to the Blood Bowl. The Blood Bowl is the one invitational of the season. That is the big game, the big show. That's where the winner will be crowned this year's league champion. So the teams, every team is looking to make it to the finals of one of the 3 open competitions in the season. If you make it to the finals, you advance. If you win a competition, you make it to the upper bracket. And if you are the runner-up in a competition, you make it to the lower bracket. Each team, of course, looking to advance to the upper bracket, but just making it in the Blood Bowl is enough. Still waiting for the coaches. SB Beaver says that's a beautiful standings board. Still waiting for the coaches. They are both in Discord. I can see them probably giving each other GGs or maybe ribbing each other. But it's bound to be an interesting game tonight. Again, Malik has all the momentum in his favor. He can decide if it's going to go aggressive or if he's going to back off, and it's going to be, 1 block to 1 block. If I were him, I would probably back off. I wouldn't want to go up against all that strength. I would make a Reptile Dysfunkshun come to me, make him burn his rerolls, and then I can go after him. I could maybe keep a wizard and a bribe in my pocket. Maybe that's the way to go. We'll see what Malik decided. All right, so Reptile Dysfunkshun setting up on defense to start this game. They have the fame advantage, only a +1. Malik picked up 2 Bloodweiser Babes and a Wizard. So he did pick up the Wizard. We'll see if the Babes work out. It looks like he picked up the 2 Babes. So the Babes, SP Beaver says, what is Nick's TV? It was 1320, I believe. So he picked up the Babes, so that might betray the fact that he's looking to go aggressive in this game. He says, I'm going to go aggressive. I'm probably going to lose a few Beastmen. I want them to come back onto the pitch if they're knocked out. Each Bloodweiser Babe adds a +1 to the knockout roll. It is typically a 50-50. So he's looking to keep players on the pitch. He picked up a Journeyman. He didn't replace the player, so he kept his 120k in the bank. Cleffy said 3,400. Not quite his TV. All right, and now Tainted Cocktails are going to set up on offense here. They're going up against a 5-man staggered line. 3 Sarses over on the left side of the line. The Crocs and another Lizard just crossing that right wide zone. All the skinks, all 4 skinks. Oh, look at their cowardice. Just cowering in the backfield. 4-man line for Tainted Cocktails at the moment. He's got 2 Chaos Warriors on the line, flanked by 2 Beastmen, one of which is the Journeyman. Again, Tainted Cocktails with 3 team rerolls up against just the 2 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that is a big difference. When you have a reroll, when you have a team reroll, it allows you to reroll any one of your rolls. And that, because you're typically rolling just a d6, it dramatically changes the odds of your rolls. Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to get a free blitz here. Oh, man. Oh, man. He can open up a hole. It looks like he's going to try to do just that. Not so trusty patches demands death. Let's see some dead beastmen and skinks. Yeah, he's going to blitz down. Oh, he's going to blitz the line to open the hole. Fair enough. He's going to get a push. He's going to push this beastman towards center pitch. Doesn't follow up. He's going to continue moving Krieger. Oh, he's going to move him back. Interesting. So he doesn't want to move him down the hole. Doesn't want to apply pressure to the ball. That's all. All right. Didn't want to move down the hole. Didn't want to apply pressure. Turn 1 to Tainted Cocktails. All right. Where can they get their blocks? They're going to get a 2-die block on the line. They get a push against Steve Irwin the third, the number 3 Saurus, to start this game. I'm not sure why he took it here instead of here. If he took it with this Chaos Warrior... Oh, he wanted the 2-die block, that's why. He could have moved the Beastman up. Well, no. No, he couldn't. SB Beaver said, can he get a skink on the ball? I guess not. I don't think he wants to move a skink down pitch. Maybe a Fowler if he was going to get aggressive and move a bunch of people through the hole. Tainted Cocktails moves Bloody Mary, the number 1 Beastman, forward to his own 6-yard line, trying to cover this hole that's been filled. Or trying to fill this hole that's been opened, rather. 1 minute to play for Tainted Cocktails. Not so trusty patches says, Blitz is my second least favorite kickoff event right after Rocks. I like them all. I like them all. I could do... Well, it's so rare. I really don't like Sweltering Heat, but it's so rare that it's fine. It's totally fine. When it comes up, it's fun. SB Beaver says, nice weather is the ultimate event. Tainted Cocktails setting up a pseudo cage right now. He might be thinking about picking up the ball first. I think he needs some movement before he tries that. He still has his blitz on the table. Only 26 seconds to go. I don't think he wants to leave all these blocks on the line. Yeah, failed the pickup. We'll see what he decides to do here. I might have saved the pickup for last. Oh, he's going to spend the TRR. It's going to bring him down to 2 team rerolls. This might be suggesting that Woo-Woo, the number 7 Beastman, might be coming in to fill this corner. He doesn't really need to fill this corner. This corner is not in danger. 10 seconds left. I don't think he wants to give up these blocks. He's giving up at least 1. I don't think he wants to give up 2. He is going to fill in the corner of the cage. 5 seconds left. I think he wants to dodge the Journeyman out. Good dodge. And that's it. Turn 1 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. They have 1 block to take and 1 blitz. That's going to be a big block too. He could make that a 1-die block if he wants. He's skilled with the block skill. He also has Mighty Blow. It would be a 1-die block currently. 2-die block because of the guard skill. Hoi. Yoi. Number 4 has guard. Oh, David Attenborough's gross. Here he gets a push out of it. Reptile Dysfunkshun. He had the blitz on the kickoff event, decided not to do much with it. He literally just took a blitz and called it finished. When you get the blitz event on the kickoff event table, anybody who's not in a tackle zone can get a free action. Moves Pickles, the number 1 Crocs, forward to mark the number 9 Chaos Warrior and the number 5 Beastman over in the right wide zone. Now he's descending down, or not descending down, but he's moving players into that hole he opened. Still needs to be careful with the left wide zone. He's definitely cognizant of that fact. Spreading out his team. We probably won't see Pancakes deviate too far from where she is currently. Yeah, she's just going to shift one space over to the right, and that's it. A Reptile Dysfunction. Nick Satan showing a lot of reserve here, a lot of patience. Tainted Cocktails, now they're down to 2 team rerolls on turn 2. They have a 1 die block on David Attenborough. Might want to take that, but probably not to start the turn. And then he's got decisions to make. If he moves the cage into either wide zone, that's going to allow a Reptile Dysfunction to enhance their defense. We've talked about this time and again, but this is like a fighting game. Think of this pitch like a 2D fighting game, like Street Fighter. And you can, if you're in the center, if you're in the center of the, whoa. If you're in the center of the stage, you can move left, you can move right. But if you're backed up into a corner, so you're backed up into the left corner, you can only move right. The same thing applies here in Blood Bowl. If you end up in either of these wide zones, say you end up in the right wide zone, you can only move left. And if you only have to move left, then there's that fewer spaces that your opponent needs to cover in their defense. There is a thunderstorm currently, by the way, and my UPS battery is dead. So if the stream conks out, if it's just like a brownout, I'll be right back up. And if not, my apologies in advance. One day I'll replace that battery. Tainted Cocktails moves this cage over into the left wide zone. He's on his own 2-yard line. He's going to take the 2-die blitz against Pancakes. Gets the POW with horns. SP Beaver says, just like in Street Fighter, you get stuck in a corner and start button mashing. It's the only way. Maybe not. But that does happen in Blood Bowl, right? People get desperate. They get the defense collapses down. They get caught on either side of the pitch, and they just start making mistakes. They start going for risky plays. 14 seconds to go. He's got 3 players to dodge. I think he wants to take the block at mid-pitch. I don't know what he does over here. I think he just runs away. He could take the block here, but I don't think he wants to. Fails the dodge. I think he needs to leave it at that. Yes, indeed. And that is why the Crocs is over there, marking both those players that prehensile tail. SB Beaver says it's that final second mouse clicking the finish moves. It's just frantically pressing buttons. Turn 2 for a Reptile Dysfunction. Now you can see them shifting their defense a lot more than they were after turn 1 when this cage was at center pitch. Now he says, all right, you want to go down the left wide zone? Be my guest. I'm going to shift my defense to the left. 2-die block over in the right wide zone. He's going to block down Jungle Bird. It's a KO. Well done. 1-man player advantage now for a Reptile Dysfunction. One more block to take for a Reptile Dysfunction and a blitz. You can bet they're going to bring in the assist against Painkiller. Not so trusty Patches says button mashing is the best way to win with Wood Elves. You should try it. I think Wood Elves don't like any sort of aggression. A stern yelling breaks their armor. Krieger, the MA7 Saurus, marks the front right corner of this cage. Here comes the blitz. 2-die blitz on the front right corner of the cage. This is going to be a good knockdown. Mighty blow knockdown, no less. He's going to get a +1 to his armor or injury roll, whichever one he needs it on. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. One block left to take. Is he going to get the assist? He's going to mark number 1, Bloody Mary. He's 44 seconds left. Is he going to take the block at all here? I have to imagine he will. Looks like he might not. He's going to foul over in the right wide zone. 1 assist on the foul. It's a stun out of it. Finally takes that 2-die block. Oh, it's a 2-die block because he's got a strength of 5. Disgusting. 2-die block gets the pal. So Trusty Patch says death to spam bots. Indeed. Turn 3 to Tainted Cocktails now. They're down 1 player. It's 11v10 on the pitch. Look at this gauntlet of lizards in front of this cage. I think Tainted Cocktails needs to regroup. They need to take a step back. They're not marked here with their cage. I think they literally take 2 steps back, maybe go back to center pitch, and try to rethink what they're doing here. You can't, if you're gonna play, I'm gonna call it dwarven ball, but if you're gonna play dwarf ball, where you cage up and you just plod down the pitch, you can't make these high movement plays like you might see a wood elf or any elf really, or a Skaven team do. You just don't have the speed for that. I think you need to open up a hole and then start moving down pitch. Malik considering his options here. He's deciding what he wants to do with his cage. If he's going to stick to that left wide zone, he's going to have to score quickly. I don't know how he does it, but it's going to be a boxing match. Or he can take a step back and try to regroup back here at center pitch. Then he needs to be careful there too. He has so many marks on him right now. He has 3 marks. He's not going to get all those dodges. 4 marks. He says, which one of those Sarses is the other strength 5? Strength 5 is here and here with the red fists. 2-die blitz double skulls. He'll have to spend the TRR here. Gets a push on the block against Pancakes, the number 8 Saurus. Doesn't follow up. He can move with that blitzer now, but he's down to 1 team reroll and none left for this turn. Not so trusty Patches says that's a little too much defense on the left for my taste. Agreed. Oh boy, he's gonna mark these Sauruses. All right, we'll see how it works out. He moves 1 space forward in this left wide zone. He's gonna try to march down this left wide zone. He says, I am not afraid of you. Good dodge at center pitch by the number 6 Beastman Greyhound. He'll move down pitch. And try one more dodge here. Failed the dodge. Doesn't have a reroll to spend. SP Beaver says, bye-bye, Mr. Beastman. Turn 3 for Reptile Dysfunkshun now. They got a whole lot of blocks to take. The Crocs is going to mark number 6. Remember, the Crocs has that prehensile tail. Number 6 trying to dodge out. It's going to be a thing. The right side of this cage now marked. 2-die block on the back right corner of the cage is going to be a good knockdown against the number 12 Chaos Warrior. Delton the Saurus has Mighty Blow. And there's the KO. 2-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun now. You can see Mighty Blow worked out right there. He needed a 10 plus, rolled a 9 plus 1 for the Mighty Blow. Not so trusty Patches says, I found out that the Sarses are easy to stick in place if you have goblins to tie them up. That's always the question when you play against lizards. Lizards have miserable agility and a whole lot of strength. So you can tie up a lizard very easily but you're gonna eat a fist for doing so, and you always have to manage that risk when you play a lizard team. Blitz on the ball carrier only gets a push. Two-die block back at center pitch, quickly becoming a place where nothing's happening with the drive. Just an MMA match over here. Gets a push. Foul coming up, no doubt, on number 5. I'm surprised he has both sneaky gets over here. Doesn't get anything out of the foul. Having both sneaky gets over here means he has less options on the foul, but it also means they're both safe. This is so far away from the action. Turn 4 back to Tainted Cocktails. Oh boy, their offense has been broken. They're down 2 players. They're down to 1 reroll. Oh boy, they stand up woo-woo. Poor woo-woo. They stand up. Bloody Mary. Oh, poor Bloody Mary. All right, we'll see what Malik's decision is here. Be trying to take the block on Krieger. I don't know, can he make that work? 1 die block on Pancakes gets the POW. Really wants a 10 plus here. And he got it. Well done. KO's Pancakes. 1-man player advantage now for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. 3, 4, 5. He can get a 2-die block on Krieger now. SB Beaver triggered the emergency GFI warning. Who's GFIing? Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Oh, he tried to dodge first. Oh, he's got to spend the TRR if he wants to keep this drive alive. But it's his last one for the half. It'll make it a 75% here. He spends it. Oh, boy. That was on the blitz, and that is not going to work. Oh, man, what a risky play. We'll see if Harvey Wallbanger can hold on to this ball. Two-die block gets a push on Harvey Wallbanger. He'll push him probably here. No, he's going to push him back here. So that's probably going to be the only block against him. Unless he can get a foul in there somehow. He might want to block down Woo-Woo and then take the foul with Steve Irwin, perhaps? Somehow, Tainted Cocktails still holding on to this ball. It's turn 4 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Final turn of the first quarter. Looks like they're going to take the block on the Journeyman. We're going to set up for a surf. Get the push and a second mark on the ball carrier. Maybe they take the blitz with Krista and then move the Saurus into position? I don't know. I don't know what the play is here. You have so many options. Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get the POW here against the Beastman. Probably not going to follow up if he's moving to the left. Indeed. That's an excellent stun against Bloody Mary. Well done. Bloody Mary out for a turn. Now he has movement with Krista. Yeah, he's going to move Krista back to mark the other side of Harvey Wallbanger. So now if Harvey Wallbanger wants to dodge, it's going to be multiple dodges. Number 13 Skink takes a few steps back in the left wide zone, playing some defense just in case. Also keeps those Skinks safe. SP Beaver says desperation pass. This would be a 6+ pass. He'd have to roll a 6. And, well, he'd have to avoid the interception and then roll a 6. And he has no TRRs, so he doesn't have the reroll for the pass nor the catch. But maybe, I mean, maybe you punt it. Maybe that's what you do at this point. 2-die block over against Midori Sour. Reroll gets spent by Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're gonna set up for the surf here. At the knockdown. Well done. Here's the foul. Got nothing out of the foul. Turn 5 for Tainted. Cocktails. 2 players in danger of being surfed. The ball carrier in danger of being murdered. What do? No rerolls left. He does have a free Beastman down pitch due to that that failed boneheaded roll by the Crocs. He could try to chuck it. Yeah. Man, that's a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. I think that's a bomb, man. I don't even think that's a long pass. I think it might be a bomb. So that'd be a -2 on the throw. Not that it matters. It's a 6 either way. But hey, if you've prayed to Nuffle, then maybe it's worth it. Ivy says it's a 6 no matter what. Go for distance. I mean, why not? Under a minute to play for Tainted Cocktails now. They have no rerolls. Not a whole lot of options here. If they want to secure this ball, then they probably got to start this drive with the ball carrier. Oh, they take a risky 1-die block, get a push. That's going to free up number 10. Going to take the blitz. Ooh, 2-die blitz gets a push on Krieger. Follows up. Okay. 40 seconds to play for Tainted Cocktails here in the first turn of the second quarter. No team rerolls left. What's the play with Harvey Wallbanger? If he says surf thesaurus. I mean, both teams need a win if they want to keep their hopes alive in this competition. Yeah, failed the dodge. I think you had to try. But it's not the last competition of the season, so maybe you just focus on your team, focus on building this TV, keeping your players safe and alive, or you play to win this game and try to make it to the semifinals in this competition. Looked like he was going to go for the pass, failed that dodge. It was a 50-50 dodge. I think he had to try. 2 players in danger. Well, 1 player in danger of a surf. One's going to get fouled. Not so trusty Patches says no lizards close to pick it up. They're close enough. Like they have a MA of 8. They can get to that ball and just zoop. Yeah, just like that. Now you can see Reptile Dysfunkshun moving those 2 left skinks, the skinks that were in the left wide zone. They're going to cross center pitch, and they're going to be the team to pick up this ball and try to score on this, their defensive half. 2-die block gets a POW against the number 10 Chaos Warrior. I'm sorry, it gets another number 7 Beastman. SP Beaver said, I think I may have tried to pass to the Chaos Warrior when he was free, but it's a rough call. I would have. I totally would have. I totally would have. 2-die block. He gets the POW here on the number 10 Chaos Warrior. Well done. Can't get the surf. He's going to get a POW. That's a great stun against the Journeyman. He'll be out for a turn. Foul coming up. No, actually, he probably wants to get his tackle zone with the Crocs. Yeah, gets the POW against the number 6 Beastman. Now foul coming up on number 5. 1 assist on this foul. Still got nothing out of it. Man, these guys are weak. Weak. Turn 6 for Tainted Cocktails. They've lost the ball. They need to secure it if they want to prevent Reptile Dysfunkshun from scoring on this half. If a Reptile Dysfunkshun scores on this half, Tainted Cocktails is going to have a real tough time winning this game. They're going to be on defense in the second half. He's got players to stand up, so he can stand up. Yeah, he stands up the number 11 Chaos Warrior. He's got the number 7 Beastman as well. He's got this down pitch Beastman, Tom Collins, who's also free. I don't know what you do with him. Moves the Chaos Warrior down pitch a couple of squares. Remember, when you stand up from being prone, it costs 3 MA to stand up. He has an MA of 5. Standing up cost him 3. That gives him only 2 spaces to move without taking a risk on a GFI. Malik considering his options here. 1 minute to go in turn 6. Not so trusty Patches says Wizard maybe. Honestly, takes the 2-die block. This is not gonna work. Oh, gets a stun on Meatwad, but that's gonna be in the end of the drive. I wouldn't have spent the Wizard. I would have tried to find a way to block down one of these Sarses first, and then force his Skink to have to go it alone or go it without full protection. And then maybe you can Wizard the Skink at that point. Three Sarses next to the ball now. 2 of them with a strength of 5. The lead Skink, number 13. 1 space away from scoring position. Plenty of turns for a Reptile Dysfunkshun to try to score on this half. Go for the ball pickup. They failed to pick up. They'll spend the TRR. No! He said, I don't need to. His ball is safe and secure. Forget it. Fair enough. That's a turnover. A little tiny smidge of luck here for Tainted Cocktails. We're going to get another shot at this ball. I mean, maybe now's the time for a Wizard. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. Number 11, Chaos Warrior Painkiller is going to move toward the ball. Crucially, he's exerting tackle zones in front of the number 11 Skink. SB Beaver says pick up and pass. Ooh, he's got to do something. Takes that 2-die block again over in the right wide zone. He's going after these Skinks. This might not be a bad call. Yeah, gets a KO. Well done. That was one of the sneaky gets as well. He'll be out. Hopefully he won't come back in on the next drive. All tied up on the pitch now, 9v9. But he burned his blitz there. I don't know what he does to keep this ball from being picked up. I think Harvey Wallbanger is in a great position right here, just being down. Like, he's eating up a crucial space. Just let him lie on the ground. .57 seconds left in turn number 7 for Tainted Cocktails, desperately trying to prevent a Reptile Dysfunkshun from scoring. Not so trusty Patches says, I feel like we need a KO Bell emote. I can work on it. Clivey says, not as good as a dead Skink, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, you take a KO when you get it. SB Beaver says, take the risk and pick it up. Are you Chaos or are you Elves? Good dodge by number 1. 23 seconds to go. Be a -1 on the dodge and the pickup if he's going to go for it with Harvey Wallbanger. I don't know if he has to though, honestly. If he doesn't, the blitz is almost certainly going to happen on Painkiller. That's it. Turn 7 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Oh, Tainted Cocktails trying their darndest here to prevent this score. Yeah, there's Krieger, the number 5 Cyrus, is going to move downfield to mark those 2 Chaos players. 2 Chaos players that are currently in front of the ball. There's another one. David Attenborough moves down pitch. And Krista, the number 6 Cyrus, moves down pitch as well. A Reptile Dysfunkshun, this is turn 7. They need to end this turn in scoring position. They are currently not there. If they want to score, I think they want to save the team reroll for picking up the ball. Oh, they're going to take that blitz first. Oh, boy. Here we go. 2-die blitz gets a POW. Well done. Not a whole lot Tainted Cocktails can do at this point. Time for a ball pickup, methinks. Here we go. Good ball pickup by the number 11 Skink. He's going to move down pitch. He says, you know what? There's no way you're going to dodge out and blitz me. There's no way. SP Beaver says Crocs foul. No. Good dodge by the Skink. Well done. Number 13 Skink gets in the way of Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary's going to make that blitz. It's a whole bunch of dodges. Lifey says, even if you lightning the Skink, it still has plenty of MA to score. Yeah, this would not be the time to lightning bolt that Skink. Especially with another Skink right there as well. Final turn of the first half for Tainted Cocktails. Not a whole lot they can do here. I think at this point, you just take whatever blocks you can. I'd probably, maybe I'd go after this Skink. Oh, he spent the fireball here. Knocked down both Skinks. Stunned the ball carrier. So the wizard is now spent. But now he's got to go protect that ball because every single one of these players can run that ball in. Now, granted, only this Skink, the number 13 Skink, has the MA to do it. Rather, has the agility to do it. Oh my goodness, where does the ball... Wow. 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 I am speechless. Spent the wizard, used the fireball, knocked down both Skinks, stunned the ball carrier, did a successful dodge to pick up the ball, failed to pick up the ball, scattered out of bounds, scattered right back in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Is he going to try to throw this ball? The Skink did not have the movement to score. What a play by Tainted Cocktails. So risky. Woo-woo is going to get knocked out at mid-pitch. Wow. Is he just going to try a YOLO pickup? He doesn't have a Skink to get there. 2-die block gets a POW on number 11. Guns Painkiller, not gonna matter. Looks like he's gonna try to pick this ball up. I think it's a 2+, might be a 3+. 2+? 2+ in the pickup. Gets the surf on the heroic Beastman. Gets a KO on Bloody Mary. We'll see if that play, that gambit was worth it. Oh. Here comes the pickup. Oh my goodness. A 5+. You get a +1 to pick up. 5+. He's gonna try to unbelievable. I didn't even realize he had the MA to move in. That was Krieger. I think he had an MA of 7. Oh my goodness. What a play. 5+ on the pickup. A Reptile Dysfunkshun takes the lead at the half. 1-0. Wow. Tainted Cocktails tried a super duper risky play that happened to work out, but it wasn't quite enough. Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to take the lead here. Tainted Cocktails is going to get back 3 of their players thanks to those Bloodweiser babes. Reptile Dysfunkshun gets back 2. It's going to be 11v10 on the pitch. 1-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They are going to be on offense. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? MA7 Krieger. Who'd have thunk it? An extra MA on a Saurus. Turns out to be clutch. Turns out to be clutch. Nick Satan, he's the league champion. He's always finding a crazy play. Well done. 3-man defensive line for Tainted Cocktails. They have the Journeyman at center pitch. Reptile Dysfunkshun currently going with a 7-man line. 2 wide. He's got a... Oh, all right. 2 wide. He's got Sarses in either wide zone. SB Beaver says time to ban the Sarai for next week's games. Neither team with a kicker. Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to have 2 back to receive. Here's the kick. Tainted Cocktails needs to pray to Nuffle. He needs to pray hard if he's going to come out on top in this game. Not so. Trusty Patches says wall of muscle, indeed. Where's Hank the Ranger? Where's Hank the Ranger? We've got sweltering heat. I don't know if it'll... What a terrible kick. I don't know if it'll come into play, but we'll see. Sweltering heat now. It won't affect this drive, but the very next drive, if it continues to be sweltering heat, every player is going to have to roll a die and potentially get knocked out due to heat stroke. This might be... You know what? Tainted Cocktails might just want to let a Reptile Dysfunkshun score quickly. Now, you can't just let him walk... You can't just back off and say, go score, because then a Reptile Dysfunkshun will just stall. But if he can play an effective defense to just let a Reptile Dysfunkshun... you can't... my example won't pertain here, because I'm going to use the Elves as an example. But you'll see the Wood Elves give up a wide zone and just let the opponent run down it, because they can always just pick up the ball and run it back in and score on the next drive. If he can set up something similar here, where he can't just give up a wide zone and let a cage run down it, but if he can force a skink to just run loose and score fairly quickly, maybe you just bank on the sweltering heat. Maybe you just hope the sweltering heat works out for you. Knockdown and a push for a Reptile Dysfunkshun to start this second half. 2-die block at the line, gets another knockdown. This is against the number 12 Chaos Warrior. That's a KO. 2-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun. We were talking about this in the pre-game. Not much you can do here on the setup, but that's why you don't want to give up so many blocks against this team. Ball caged up on a Reptile Dysfunkshun's own 4-yard line now. If he can at all help it, he is going to score on turn 16. Moves Frilts of Slatsul up to foul at the line. Gets another KO. Well done. Well done. 3-man player advantage now for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Being down 3 players, Tainted Cocktails is going to have a really hard time of it here, trying to get this ball back or trying to force the score. Cleffy says those sneaky gets are bad news. They are indeed. Turn 9. Tainted Cocktails gets their first time up at bat, so to speak, here in the second half. They've been pushed away. I don't think they want to take any marks. I think they want to figure out who they want to blitz and go after that blitz. Oh boy, he's going to try to apply some pressure to the back of this cage. This might be the right call to try to force an early score. We'll see if it is. Just needs to be careful that this contingent does not get picked off. Cleffy says the skink is who they want to blitz. In order to blitz that skink, they need to dedicate 3 players to it. I don't know if they want to do that. They're already down 3 players. Looks like he's going to blitz the number 8 Saurus Pancakes over in the right wide zone. Here it comes. 1 die blitz. 2 die blitz. He has horns. I'm sorry. He has horns and claws. So he's going to get the +1 strength. And was hoping for a knockdown. Didn't get it. Followed up. I don't know if I like that follow-up. I don't know. Bloody Mary's going to eat a 2-die block coming back. Turn 10 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Like I said, they would only need the Chaos Warrior for a 2-die block or the Beastman blitzing. Yeah, if the Chaos Warrior came here, alright, sure. Sure. You right. 2-die block, they're going to get a push. They're going to set up for a surf here in the right wide zone. Reptile Dysfunkshun opens up a hole here in the right wide zone. It looks like he's going to take advantage of it. Going to move the ball down to Tainted Cocktail's 12-yard line. Goblin, hello! Welcome to the stream. We've got sweltering heat. We'll see if it comes into play here. It looks like a Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to try to score. I can't imagine they're going to score early. They don't have to. Reptile Dysfunkshun moves the second skink, the number 12 skink, the other sneaky get down the left wide zone. Here's that foul with the other sneaky get. Gets a KO out of it. 4-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun now. Tainted Cocktails. This is where they want a Reptile Dysfunkshun to be, but they've got to find a way to apply some pressure here and force this score. You can see that their defense has been picked apart successfully. Yeah, this is the problem with going back into the backfield here. They don't really have anybody left to apply pressure. They'll have to make the positive dodge out, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6, maybe. I don't know. He's got to force a Reptile Dysfunkshun to score. He's down 4 players. He's really just got to pray to Nuffle. Failed the dodge here. Spends the TRR. Spends the team reroll. Gets the 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. Gets a POW. What's the play here? Where's the ball going to scatter? Skink was cross-eyed. Ball scatters down to a Reptile Dysfunkshun. I'm sorry, to Tainted Cocktail's 16-yard line on the right wide zone. He's done moving. He does not want to move Harvey Wallbanger any further. Clyphus demanded death. Now? Not quite. SP Beaver says, I'm picking a lot of good insight for how I have to play them. Step 1, never get knocked down so they cannot foul. Step 2, pray to Nuffle. Step 3, success. Well, unfortunately, I think Tainted Cocktails is at the point where they... Oh, he did try to... Oh, tried another dodge. That's a turnover. I think he's at the point where he has to leave his fate in the hands of Nuffle. He's got to force a Reptile Dysfunkshun to score early and then just hope that the sweltering heat turns out in his favor. 2-die blitz on Harvey Wallbanger. He's going to get a push, and this will be set up for another surf. Is a Reptile Dysfunkshun spooked enough to try to score? We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. 2-die block back at mid-pitch. Gets another push. Oh, another push. This might do it. This might be enough to spook him. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might be enough if he can't knock this player down. He finally did. Gets the POW. Well done. And he gets an injury on Tom Collins. He has an gouged eye. He'll miss the next game. That is the 5th player taken off the pitch by a Reptile Dysfunkshun. 5-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. We're going to get another knockdown on the number 9 Chaos Warrior. Not so trusty Patches says, all these turnovers are making me want a pastry. Gets another POW in the backfield here. Yeah, applying this pressure early didn't pay off. Especially if you can't shut down the cage. If you're going to apply pressure to the rear of the cage, you need to make sure that cage can't run away from you. Yes, P. Beaver said, who let lizards in this league? Good ball pickup. Is he going to try to score? I can't imagine he is. He is! Oh my goodness! 2-0. A Reptile Dysfunkshun takes the lead. What's going to happen with the weather? I'm surprised he scored, honestly. Wow! Clive says it looks like the skink ran into the stands there for a second. Yeah, sometimes the animations go wonky, but, you know, whatever. Bloodweiser Babes working out. 3 of the knocked out players are coming back onto the pitch for Tainted Cocktails. We'll see what happens with the sweltering heat. Tainted Cocktails is going to lose 2 Beastmen. Oh, it's 2 a pop. That's not good enough. David Attenborough, one of the Strength 5 Sauruses, he is out with a heat stroke at the moment. So it's currently a 2-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Certainly better than a 5-man player advantage. I would say all in all, this hurts a Reptile Dysfunkshun more than it hurts Tainted Cocktails, but, you know, they've spent all their resources now. They don't have their wizard left. They're down to just 2 team rerolls. Oh, we'll see if they can make something happen. And they have a journeyman on the pitch. 4-man line for Reptile Dysfunkshun. 2 Sauruses at mid-pitch. The Crocs and another Saurus over on the right side of the pitch, just crossing over to the right wide zone. Not so trusty Patches says Lizard should get +1 MA in sweltering heat. What? What on earth? And -1 MA in a blizzard because they're cold-blooded. Blitz, Reptile Dysfunkshun making use of this kickoff advantage. They're going to get another blitz. And this time I have to imagine they're going to blitz down Harvey Wallbanger. Failed the boneheaded roll with the Crocs. That's fine. They still have Krista to blitz with. Krista with a strength of 5. Only needs 4 for the 2-die blitz. Gonna blitz with Krista. Just gonna get right under the ball with Krista. Is it gonna blitz with Krieger? Oh no, he spent the blitz with the Crocs. Oh no! Oh, he spent the blitz with the big guy. And failed the boneheaded roll. Oh, man. Why? Why not blitz with the Saurus? Not so trusty Patches. The audience is kicking Malik while he's down. Shameful. Reptile Dysfunkshun shifting all 3 of the remaining skinks over to the right side of the pitch. Hide behind Meatwad of New Jersey, the other sneaky get, is going to hide behind the Crocs, who currently has no tackle zones. It's going to mark everybody else on the line. Tried that 6+ catch with Krista. That didn't work out. Fifey says, I think we're getting AB2's Thunderstorm now. Well, worked out for me. I hope it works out for you. Turn 11 for Tainted Cocktails. What to do now? What to do? Drink 5 Saurus. That's going to be tough to blitz down. He can do it. I might just blitz with Jungle Bird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like he's not blitzing with Jungle Bird. Oh boy, 3, 4, 5. This is a 1-die blitz. Oh, he has horns. 2-die blitz. Fair enough. I would have blitzed with Jungle Bird, I think. He has the block skill, still a 2-die blitz. And that leaves your other player to do something with. Good knockdown. Oh, he's going to go for the ball pickup. Oh! Risky play. Spends the team reroll. Fails the pickup. Ball scatters to the right sideline. And now Reptile Dysfunkshun has a very real chance of picking this ball up and scooting down pitch. See if he tries to blitz with Pickles again. Stands up Krista. That's intriguing. He tried it. Didn't try the blitz this time, but failed the boneheaded roll a second time with Pickles, the big guy. Claffy says, well, how this game has been going, I was sure the Saurus was going to catch it. Number 5 Saurus, that TD Saurus, my goodness, with that +5 catch in the first half, it's going to mark the 2 of the 3 players that are near the ball for Tainted Cocktails over in the right wide zone. 2-die block back at the line. Got a knockdown on the first block, knockdown on this second block. Oh, double skulls at the line. Spends the TRR. Gets a knockdown this time on the Journeyman. Ivy says 7 MA is just too much for a Saurus. SB Beaver says so is strength 5. It's a lot. It's a lot. Spend the TRR on that, on the block. He's not going to have the reroll for the pickup. Here he comes. Good. Nope. Failed to pick up. Ball mercifully for Reptile Dysfunkshun anyway. Scatters right in front of him. Still on that right sideline. Turn 12 for Tainted Cocktails. Final turn of the third quarter. Oi, oi, oi. What do you do? What do you do? Everybody's marked. You've got 1 team reroll remaining. What do you do? 2-die block. Gets a push on Krieger. He's going to push Krieger off of Harvey Wallbanger, the number 2 beast man. He's going to be free to, I don't know, blitz and then pick up the ball, maybe? I would say get Bloody Mary down pitch first. There's that blitz. He's going to get a push. He's not going to follow up. He does follow up. Wow! Oh my goodness. Good dodge by the beast man. Doesn't spend the TRR here. Wow! It doesn't spend the reroll on the failed pickup. Turn 13 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Fourth quarter begins. 2-die block against Harvey Wallbanger. He's going to get punched in the face. And there's the surf. 2-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun at the moment, I believe. Yes, indeed. Both teams with 1 team reroll remaining. Number 12, Skink, the sneaky get, moves back for the assist on the number 9 Chaos Warrior, gets a push on the block. Blitz with the Crocs. 2-die blitz gets the pow on Jungle Bird. Follow up for sure. Yes, indeed. All done. And marks the number 6 Beastman. The Beastman in danger of being surfed. Here comes the foul on Jungle Bird. 1 assist on this foul. 1 assist, 2 assists. 1 assist. 1 assist. Failed the foul, failed to break armor, but you can see there, normally would be called off the pitch, rolling that doubles, but because he's a sneaky get, the ref turns a blind eye. Number 11, Skink, Samuel L. Skinkson Esquire marks the ball. 53 seconds left for a Reptile Dysfunkshun on turn 13. They're going to mark Bloody Mary over in the left wide zone. This has already been spent, so they can't take the block here. And that'll be it. Turn 13. Fourth quarter begins for Tainted Cocktails now. What to do? They've got 1 player left over in the right wide zone near the ball. I'm sorry, they've got 2 players. They've got a prone Chaos Warrior who's going to stand up and take the 2-die blitz against Meatwad of New Jersey. It's going to be a dodge push. But now what do you do? What do you do? It's a -2 dodge to pick up the ball and then -2 to pick it up. You spent the blitz on the stand-up, so you can't blitz down the number 11 Skink either. I just don't know what the play is. You do have to get him out of harm's way. I don't know. Maybe just take the dodge right here and just hope. You just hope. You put your faith in Nuffle. Good dodge in the left wide zone. Tried to dodge out, tried to dodge straight back, failed to do that prehensile tail. SP Beaver said surfing might be better than getting fouled. Yeah, you know what? He might be right. Both sneaky gets are in position. Good block by the Saurus. Turn 14 here. Here's the blitz with the Crocs. 2-die blitz gets a pow against the number 1 Beastman, Bloody Mary. Oh no! Bloody Mary's dead! Apothecary is almost certainly going to be spent here. We'll see what happens. He's going to join the substitute, so he's going to stay alive, but man, That's what happens when you take a right hook to the face by a Crocs. Pow! Tainted Cocktails with no resources left other than one team reroll. Gonna try to pick this ball up with the number 11 Skink, it looks like. It's just a pickup to score, no GFI needed. Here comes the foul. I would have went for the pickup first. He didn't have any bribes, right? Oh, he didn't break armor. He's saved by Sneaky Git. There's the pickup. 3-0 is going to be the score for Reptile Dysfunction, unless they just want to stall. But I would just score, just try to do it again. Yes, indeed. 3-0. Well done by Nick Satan. That's what Trusty Patches says. He still gets the SPP, right? Yes, he does. Oh boy, what a game this has been. Sweltering Heat still in play. We'll see if it works in Tainted Cocktail's favor. It does not. Just one player off the pitch with heat stroke. And it's going to be the journeyman for Tainted Cocktails. Two-man player finish for Reptile Dysfunction now. Oh boy, someone didn't pray to Nuffle before the game. Reptile Dysfunction's gonna have 2 turns left to try to make it 4-0. Tainted Cocktails is gonna try desperately to get on the board. At this point, they got to be thinking about just saving their players for the next competition in the season. Maybe trying to score to get some SPP. Not so trusty Patches is slacking temp worker. This journeyman. You just can't trust him. Two-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunction currently. 11v9 on the pitch. 5-man line yet again for a Reptile Dysfunction. They have no kicker. Tainted Cocktails with just 3 on the line. I think that is prudent. When you set up, you have to put at least 3 players on the line of scrimmage right here in center pitch. You can put a maximum of 2 players in either wide zone. Everything else is fair game. SP Beaver says Tainted Cocktails has him right where he wants him. One TRR left for either team. Brilliant coaching. Oh, Reptile Dysfunction. They're going to get an extra reroll. They're up to 2. Shallow kick, turn 14 for Tainted Cocktails. A Reptile Dysfunction. I have to imagine this was on purpose. And they're going to try to score again. This won't be the highest scoring game this competition, but man, if he goes 4-0, it'll be close. SP Beer says, does he have a kicker? He does not have a kicker. Neither team has a kicker. Yeah, so that was intentional. You can see the scatter was just one space. So that was an intentional shallow kick. Flavy says, I think this means that Nick is playing Merrick next week. Looks like it. Tainted Cocktails is going to set up a cage on their own 8-yard line, turn 14. SP Beaver says, my start is to just run and avoid him. Your team's a little different, though. You have a Chaos team that's got some more TV to it than Tainted Cocktails does. Clivey says, I assume since it's lizards versus chaos, again, it's going to look like this again, right? No, no, it won't. Tried to pick up the ball with the Chaos Warrior. He's going to spend his final team reroll. Good pickup. He says, you want this ball? You're going to have to get through me. Oh, he's just going for some SPP. You know what? I respect this. I respect this. He wanted to get SPP on Jungle Bird. Fair enough. Fair play. 25 seconds remain for Tainted Cocktails. They're going to run the ball. A couple space over to the left. Turn 15 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're going to have to end this turn in scoring position if they want to go up 4-0. SB Beaver says, Ava has more faith in my team than me. Well, I mean, it's going to be a great match, right? It's going to be league champion versus undefeated you. So it'll be fun to watch. But it is going to be a different game simply because you've got more TV. And so you're going to play your team differently. Other than, of course, coach's prerogative and stuff. Get the app when you can? Is that supposed to be SPP? I think it's supposed to be SPP. SP Beaver says, good play at this point. Okay, for next tournament, get the SPP when you can. Yeah, I agree. Flyfy says, hopefully SP Beaver will play more. Kill this 5-strength Sarses at all costs. I don't know. I mean, no, probably not. Probably not. Reptile Dysfunkshun moves a skink down into scoring position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Comes the blitz. The blitz on the number 10 Chaos Warrior. 2-die blitz gets a push. Spends the reroll. Wanted to get the knockdown here. Got it. 1 reroll remains, and that's for a Reptile Dysfunkshun due to the brilliant coaching. Marks the number 2 Beastman, the ball carrier, Harvey Wallbanger. No reroll left for the turn, but he's not going to need it. He marks number 9 and number 12, 2 Chaos Warriors in the right wide zone. Two-die block back at the line. He's just going to take all 3 of these blocks, gets double pals on this first block. End his turn with a foul unless it ends on a turnover. Marks the number 1 Beastman after that block. 2-die block at the line. Another knockdown. This time, the number 5 Beastman, Midori Sour. Gets a stun. Midori Sour effectively out for the rest of the game. Final block at the line. Gets a push. Oh, he is going to follow up. So he's going to foul Woo Woo, I guess? 3 assists with the foul on Woo Woo. No, he's going to send Samuel L. Skinkson down pitch. All right, here's the foul. No, not a foul. What? What? Like he says, these Sarses are just disgusting. He wants to have as many scoring options as possible. So he's got 3 skinks down pitch. Sends all the skinks down pitch. Decides not to foul. Turn 15 for Tainted Cocktails. He wants to win this game 4-0. If he wins 4-0, it will be the highest margin victory all season. Perhaps in the league history. Turn 15 for Tainted Cocktails. They have no rerolls left, so action order is paramount. Honestly, at this point, maybe dodge to a punt. Tried to pass for some SPP. The ball's gonna shake and rattle all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, is that a GFI to score? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 GFI to score. 1 GFI to score. You know what they say about GFIs. Unless he wants to hand off. But no, you want a GFI. Four to 0. 4-0. Oh. 4-0. Is there one turn left for Tainted Cocktails? There is. We might get a riot. Let's see what happens. We might get a riot. Final turn of the game, unless, of course, there's a riot. Sweltering heat. Still not impacting Reptile Dysfunkshun the way it's impacting Tainted Cocktails. Quifus, thank you. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. So it's going to be a two-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're taking all of their important players off the line. They're going to save them all. They have to put 3 on the line. They're low SPP players going the line. Man, if you want to know who is disrespected on this team, it's there you go. These 3 players are like, "Hey guys, where are you going?" They're like, "Just stand up there for a turn. just stay up there for a bit. Don't worry, you'll be fine." Clivius, thanks for the bits. Tainted Cocktails with 1 turn remaining, unless they get a riot. If they're hoping for the riot, they may as well set up for one. Looks like he's going to try to take out the Crocs. I don't, yeah, I guess. If you can take out the Crocs, why not? So he's got nobody at the line to score. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. I don't know if I like this. He's got 1 person at the line to score if there's a riot. We'll see if it happens. Quick snap. Tainted Cocktails gets to move to adjacent space. Where's the ball going? Looks like it's going to be a touchback. Is the ball over here? Oh, yes, it's very much a touchback. So he'll get the ball in the hands of someone, but it's not going to matter. He can pass it for some SPP, so he'll probably want to put it in the hands of the player. Oh, no, he can't. Yes, he can. Put it in the player who he wants to get a point on. Like he says, knock him down with claw and foul him. I mean, that might be the play here against Pickles. Why not? Unless you're worried about rolling skulls. He doesn't have the reroll. Oh, boy. What a game this has been. Here's the touchback call. Who is he going to put it in the hands of? Not so trusty Patches demands death. Puts it in the hands of the number 10 Chaos Warrior. He's going to take the block at the line first against Pickles. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 2-die block against the Crocs. Gets the knockdown. Follow up here. He can end up with 3 assists on this foul. Oh, gets a stun. He wants more, though. Oh, he didn't follow up. He should probably follow up or move here or something to get the assists on the foul. Oh, he tried to pass instead. Failed to pass, and that'll be it. Didn't go for the foul. 4-0. Oh, my goodness. Is the final. A Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to win this one. This will move them up from 6th place to 2nd place. They're going to have 7 points with a TD diff of +4. What a show they put on tonight. SPP 6 for Tainted Cocktails. Roughly 700,000 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. 21 SPP for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Well done. Oh boy. Look at that ball possession, just 18% ball possession. And they won the game. All right. Well, Nick Satan, he's the league champion. What do you expect? That'll do it for week number 4. Just one more week of Swiss left in the Spike Magazine trophy. After that, it'll be the cut the top 4, and it'll be the semifinals. So one more week of Swiss. The schedule will go up just as soon as the coaches start to schedule it. They'll start scheduling it tomorrow. As always, you'll be able to catch the schedule here on Twitch. You can also check out the schedule on our Twitter account and our Facebook account. You can find the information for that right there on your screen. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a blast. I love this game. Play Blood Bowl. It's super duper fun. You've got wizards, you've got lizards, you've got people who get surfed off the pitch and stomped on by the crowd. It's such a fun game. I love it so much. You can play it with us right here in Blood Bowl 2. You can pick it up on Steam, or you can play tabletop form. You can pick that up at your friendly local game store. But until week 5, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. We'll see you here in week 5 of the Spike Magazine Trophy. Have a great night, guys.